Good morning, Unity in Savannah.
Good morning, Kyle.
We're so glad you're with us this morning. Beautiful day in Savannah, Georgia. We're going to invite you to feel good for a few minutes, if that's okay. I mean, you don't have to. I'm in the right place, just at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. You are a beautiful expression of light. We're so happy to have you here with us this morning. We're going to invite you to take a minute to say hello to your neighbors. Make sure if you see somebody new, you make them feel welcome this morning. My soul is welcome here. My soul
Good morning. My goodness. Good morning. I just had to soak it in for a minute just to feel what's going on here, because when I first started in ministry, I envisioned this. I'm serious. I'm just like, I want a church that's got about 100 people every Sunday with a really killer band. And hello, here we are, you know? So I'm Reverend Dale Worley. Welcome to Unity of Savannah. We're a center for spiritual awakening, and we recognize God here as life, love, and the ground of all being. And we worship and celebrate God by what? Living fully, loving lavishly, and being all that we can be. So I invite you, if you would, to join me in affirming our vision and mission statements. Our vision: centered in God's love, we inspire universal transformation, one heart at a time. And our mission: we are an inclusive spiritual community serving others with love, joy, and truth. And I'm so excited today because we're celebrating a big event in our church and in the life of our music minister, Mr. Kyle Shiver, Brother Kyle Shiver, who has successfully completed the requirements to achieve the status of licensed Unity teacher, which is no small feat. Come on now, give it up again. And so to honor and celebrate Kyle today, our service is mainly music. I hope you won't mind. We do some extra music this morning. We got a lot of different kinds of stuff, so I'm sure we'll hit a note that appeals to you. And then later on, immediately after our second service, we're going to have a potluck dinner, and we've already got a bunch of really good-looking food over there. I just wanted everybody to know, I wanted to make sure the watermelon was okay, so I went ahead and tasted it. And it's great. You're going to love it. So always thinking of others. That's my thing. So, and then at 1:30, we're going to have a concert. Kyle's going to do a few songs solo, and then the band is going to come up and play with them. And we're also, during the concert, we're going to do the ceremony to install Kyle as a licensed teacher. It always sounds like a piece of software every time I say it, but that's what they call it. We're going to do an installation, a dedication, a consecration, a ceremony, and I hope you'll all stick around for that today. So if you're serving as a prayer chaplain, would you please stand? Our prayer chaplains are here to hold sacred space with us, to listen lovingly to our prayer intentions, to pray affirmatively and from the heart, and to hold in confidence what is shared. So all of our chaplains will be available in the sanctuary here after the service. If you would like to pray with one of them, they would be honored to pray with you. And thank you for your service. So today we light our Christ candle to represent the divine idea, answer the call.
Answer the call. I answer the call as I open my heart to the wisdom of God. What does it mean to answer the call? To a minister, it may mean having a deep commitment to serving God. To a doctor or a nurse, helping others heal and feel whole. A teacher, encouraging students along the path of academic growth. What is my calling? What am I passionate about? The poet W.E. Henley once wrote, "I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul." These words strengthen my resolve to find the path that is mine to follow. I open my mind and heart to God, knowing that all will be revealed to me at the right time and in the right way. Opportunities await. The key to answering the call is to be open to new experiences and divine wisdom. I press on toward the goal for the prize of the heavenly call of God in Christ Jesus. Philippians 3:14. And if you would say it with me, I answer the call as I open my heart to the wisdom of God.
And now it is time for us to focus our thoughts and our energies and our love towards all of our intentions, all of our spiritual intentions. We see this prayer box as a spiritual intention box, a box full of spiritual intentions, ready to be manifested into the world. We say divine light flowing through us and as us. We know that these spiritual intentions inside of this spiritual box will be manifested and bring joy and light and bring wholeness to those who have placed their intentions into this box. This box is also a symbol of our intentions, individually and collectively, as they are incubated in the warmth and the love of God. So in that consciousness of divine intentions being manifested into reality, we say, thank you, God. And so it is.
to mind somebody that you want to bless this morning. Feel the power of love that is in this room. And see your dear one before you now, using the power of your imagination. And just bathe them in holy light. And as we bless them, we sing to them. You send it out to the entire world. Use your power to see the world bathed in light, infused with love. Surrounded by peace and harmony. We are holy light. We you, if you haven't already, to close your eyes and to reach out, if you feel comfortable, and take the hand of someone next to you. And what we know is, when our eyes are closed, we can't tell if the hand that we're holding is a black hand, a yellow hand, a red hand. We don't know if it's a rich hand or a poor hand, a gay hand or a straight hand. We don't even know what gender this hand is. It's the hand of God. And God is all things and all people, expressing as itself all the time. And God is good, and so are we. And so is the hand we hold. We are holy light. We are holy light. We are holy light. We are Surely the presence of love is in this place. The house of God, the house of love, a sanctuary, a safe and sacred place for us to experience the presence of God. I invite you to let these bowls be an invitation. In monasteries, bells are rung throughout the day to signal a time set aside for prayer. And so as we sound these bowls, we are inviting you into an experience of love, light, and wisdom. So take a few deep breaths and allow yourself to relax. Feel an awareness of the presence of love fall over you now, moving over us from the tops of our heads to the bottoms of our feet, relaxing and soothing, releasing every muscle, every ache and pain along the way. So we feel our shoulders relax and drop. I even invite you to roll your shoulders or your neck around a little bit and just loosen up that area. It feels so good to breathe deeply and to pause for this time of self-care and self-awareness. Taking time to slow down and to be together in prayer, one heart, one mind, is a gift that we're giving ourselves this morning. So I invite you to fully receive this gift, to set your intention now to be fully present to this experience. Let us breathe together 3 times, deeply and directly into our heart. So together we breathe in and release. Inhale and let go. Breathing in and releasing. So as our bodies relax, our minds become still, and our hearts open, we feel our spiritual eye and our spiritual ear opening so that we see what God sees and we hear what God is saying. We see with the eyes of love and we listen with the ear of wisdom and understanding. We feel love moving in and through us, surrounding us, enveloping us. And we listen for that little voice that is in everybody. The Christ presence, our higher self, our inner wisdom, divine guidance, whatever we call it, that mysterious presence that not only lives within each of us, but desires to express as us. We are holy light We are love and expression. And as we take another breath directly into our heart, we radiate that love out into this room. So just use the power of your imagination to see the love that you are radiating out from you in a globe or ball shape so that it envelops the person on either side of you. We are blessing each other with our presence. And allow the love and light you are to reach out and envelop the person in front of you, the person behind you, so that we are each loving up the other this morning. We are blessing our friends and family just by being here and allowing God, allowing love, allowing the Christ to radiate out from us with no filters, no obstacles, nothing blocking the way. We release anything that stands in the way of divine love, for we know that nothing can stand before love. Anything else is not real. It is not true. We deny that there is any evil or hatred anywhere, because there is only God, and God is love, and there is only love, and that love is right here, right now, in this room, surrounding us, enveloping us, expressing as us. We are one great big ball of love, light, energy this morning, and we are radiating out our beauty and our magnificence to the world. We are the glory of the Lord revealed here today, right now. Breathe into that. Allow the kingdom, the queendom of heaven to be anchored in you, as you, this morning. Feel it move through you, healing you and blessing you, and radiating out from you, blessing others. We take this thought, I am blessed and I am a blessing. I invite you to say that silently in your own secret heart as I speak it aloud. I am blessed and I am a blessing. And let us hold that thought together as one heart now in the stillness of prayer. must take care of her. Her sacred ground we walk upon, with every step we take. Her sacred ground we walk upon, with every step we take. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. Her sacred ground we walk upon, with every step we take. Her sacred ground we walk upon, with every step we take. Hey, younger, oh, younger, hey, young, young. 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 The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. Her sacred ground we walk upon, with every step we take. Her sacred ground we walk upon, with every step we take. Hey, younger, oh, younger, hey, young, young. 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 Kyle is our brother, we must take care of him. Kyle is our brother, we must take care of him. Hey, younger, oh, younger, hey, young, young. Hey, younger, oh, younger, hey, young, young. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. Her sacred ground we walk upon, with every step we take. Her sacred ground we walk upon, with every step we take. Hey, younger, oh, younger, hey, young, young. Hey, younger, oh, younger, hey, young, young. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Hey, younger, oh, younger, hey, young, young. Hey, younger, oh, younger, hey, young, young. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Hey, younger, oh, younger, hey, young, young. 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 Ho!
You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings, and with every breath you take, Bless the progress that you make. The reason you live is found in every gift you give. Love your life, love your dreams. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Oh, the places you will go, and the people you will know. Don't worry when or where or how. You don't have to know right now. You're on the right track. Don't look ahead and don't look back. Just enjoy what this day brings. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. You don't have to work it out. Just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. Sometimes deepest answers come when you're out there just having fun. So close your eyes, take a breath, and smile. Amazing, amazing. You are doing amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. You will do amazing things. Keep on doing amazing things. The time.
I just love it when you two get together. You're awesome, aren't they? Oh my goodness. We're so blessed. I invite you to just savor this moment right now. I love the words of that song. Don't look forward, don't look back. Just be here, just be in the here and now. And we are doing amazing things. Kyle is doing amazing things. I've invited Kyle this morning to just be in this right now. You worked really hard for this, and you deserve it. So, yes? Yeah. And so it's not just for you. You know that. It's for us. Yeah, we are absolutely blessed. It's not easy to become a licensed Unity teacher. Now, a lot of y'all probably aren't sure exactly what that is. What it means is Kyle can teach unity classes for credit now if someone else is trying to be a minister or a licensed teacher. And if he wanted to, he could also be the spiritual leader of another unity church. Now, I'm not holding that for him anytime soon. Everything is unfolding in divine order because we like you here. But some of y'all may not know that Kyle is a rising star in the unity movement. He's not just famous for being Georgia Kyle in Savannah, Georgia, and playing on River Street and Tubbies and stuff. He plays all over the Southeast, and he doesn't just do music, he speaks. Some of y'all heard him speak here before. He's speaking in a couple of weeks, third weekend of August here. He wrote a book, Solving the Puzzle of Life. He does counseling and coaching. He has his own ministry called Spirit Ministries. What's your website? spiritministries.net. So you can find out more about what he does. He teaches workshops. He teaches meditation. I was a little jealous because he just like came into this and got it and just started doing it right away. And the minute he got out, at Canuga, how many have been to the Canuga retreat? If you've been, you'll want to go back, right, Peggy? Like, it's awesome. Well, Kyle's, a big hit, part of the music team. One of our leaders. So he's not just ours. He belongs to the unity movement. Charles Fillmore said that unity is a link in the chain of educational movement that was inaugurated by our way shower, Jesus the Christ. And that our objective is to discern the truth in Christianity and to prove it. So that's your job. Now, is to help us find the truth, not just in Christianity, but in all sacred writings, in all sacred traditions. There's truth. It's like it was hidden in all of these different, wonderful, mysterious disguises. And our job is to discern it and to prove it, to work with spiritual law, and to bring forth our perfect world into manifestation. I got here January 2010, and I met this guy here, Cleveland Beach. Some of y'all know Cleveland. And he kept saying, you got to meet Kyle, you got to meet Kyle, you got to meet Kyle. So about the end of that year, beginning of the next, we went down to River Street where Kyle was playing. Now, I'm not going to say that some of the bars on river streets are dives or dangerous places to be. I just will say that I have heard, I don't know if this is true, I've heard this, that the particular place that he was playing that evening, that if you don't bring a gun or a knife with you, they'll give you one at the door as you come in. So we said our prayer protection, and then we went in. And Kyle was just playing up a storm, sitting there at a picnic table or something, just going. Everywhere I go to see you, it's like you're over here, like crammed in somewhere, just going at it. And on his break, I went up and I was like, you're really good at that. You should come and play at my church. And he looked at me like, are you crazy? Like, what kind of church is that? Right? And Kyle told me this morning between services that when he came to Unity, he hadn't been to a church in 30 years. Yeah, since you were 13, right? So it was a really big deal for him to step back into a church. I like to call it a spiritual center. And church is just one of the things we do. Does that make sense? Yeah, we just do church on Sunday, but we're a spiritual center, a center for spiritual awakening morning, and I saw Kyle wake up the first time he came and played here. We got on stage together, and after it was over, Cleveland was right. The mix was awesome, and everybody stood up and cheered. And as soon as we got done, Kyle was like, let's do this again. And I saw the light come on in him. I saw the fire ignite. And I saw him, whether he knew it or not, answer a call. He answered a call. Now, the licensing part is just like the outer accoutrement of the spiritual journey. Thank you, Marguerite. It's an inner transformation, and it had begun that day. The fire was lit, and he answered this call to service and growth and transformation. And so, like our daily word says today, answering a call isn't just something that ministers or spiritual teachers do. Everybody is being called in some way or another. Everybody is being called in some way or another. Because we all have gifts to bring. We're all capable of doing amazing things. I love what my 12-step peeps say, God don't make no junk. Like, there aren't any throwaway people. Nobody is disposable. Everybody has a part to play because everybody was created by God to express as God. Wouldn't it be a wonderful thing? Think about this, and this is something I kind of believe, that God is this thing we can't even think about with our brain. I think my head might explode if I really got a glimpse of God. You know, a lot of the saints were crazy. Like St. Francis was a fool for God. He was crazy with God. I think he glimpsed something that was so beyond his ability to conceive with his mind. It just kind of blew out some circuits up there, right? I think my head might just I don't know, blow up if I really saw God and God's immensity. But when you're just the one, there's nobody to play with. So we were created so it could have a relationship with itself as us. God created us so it could have a relationship with itself as each one of us. And so our purpose, our job, is to express that itness, that divinity, that stuff of God, to bring that forth, to be the kingdom, the queendom of heaven on earth. Yet how we do that is different and unique for each person, because we're all individual expressions. Like, there's only one of each of you. You are a unique and unrepeatable expression of God. And it's like Martha Graham says, I love this. She was a dancer, really famous person who said that we're all here, this is my paraphrase, we're all here to express, to be creative, and if we don't do it, then the world won't have it. Because there's only a way that we can do it. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? It's like if you hold your good back, the world isn't going to have what the potential for you to be. Like, I don't get to experience that if you don't let it out. You know, and we got to get these ideas out of our head that we're separate or different or unworthy. I don't know about you, but some of that got planted in me, not on purpose, at an early age. We could even say I chose to accept that idea. But now I'm choosing to weed that out. I got in the Unity fortune cookie bowl this morning. And this one jumped out at me. It says, I take complete responsibility for everything in my life. And therefore, I am in a position to live the life that I want to live. So if I'm stuck, it's because I'm sticking. Right? If I'm going through hell, I'm not going to set up camp. I'm not going to pitch a tent. I'm going to keep going. Yes? Yeah, it's my decision whether I'm going to answer this call or not. What I'm saying to you this morning is that God is calling everybody in this room to be more than you are. Something's calling me. Something's calling us to go a little bit deeper, just a little bit, than we ever have before.
Something's calling me. Something's calling me. Something's calling me. A little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Feel like I'm walking on marble. Can't still the earth beneath my feet. It's my head in the clouds, my naked legs left dangling. I can feel my heart begin to pound. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. A long dark night, my soul it wanders. Can't see the light that moves me. If God is everything and everywhere that I belong, well, Spirit, gently wake me from my sleep. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before.
Thank you to Spirit I Am Band, led by Mr. Kyle Thomas. All right. We have 5 basic principles that we teach and practice here at Unity. I invite you, if you would, to affirm them with me as we go through them again this morning. Our first principle: there is only one power, one presence in our lives and in the universe, God. And I want to thank Vanna White for being here this morning. She's expressing our second principle, which is we are the Christ of God in expression. Our third principle, we talked about it a little bit this morning. It's called the law of mind action. Very simply put, thought plus feeling equals outcome. Our fourth principle tells us there is power in affirmative prayer and meditation. And our fifth principle, we must live the truth that we know. So one way that we live and practice spiritual principles through the activity of giving and receiving. So I've asked Kevin, if he would, to please bless our love offering and to lead us in our prosperity affirmation.
We thank you so much for coming prepared to give to this ministry of love, this ministry of unity, this ministry of worldwide togetherness. Take your love offering in your left hand and cover it with your right. Divine One, which is us, that flows through us as us. We affirm and we believe that our offering today will be manifested and is manifested in all the wonderful workings of this spiritual community. And we've given with love today. And we give love, we give life. And we give life, we give energy. And we're so thankful that that energy, through the love train, through the message, through the calling that's calling us like we've never been called before, is activated. And we believe and we know that every penny, every drop of love we give is contributing to this love here at this church and worldwide. So in that consciousness, we say our offertory statement together. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful.
God is my source. God is my power. God is everything I do. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God is the everything I do. God is my source. God is my power. God is the everything I do. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God is the everything I do. God is my source. God is my power. God is the everything I do. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God is the everything I do.
If this is your first time here at Unity, we're glad that you chose to spend your Sunday morning with us. And if you'd like to receive some information about our church, if it's your first time, second or third time here, Stephen has a welcome packet for you. So all you need to do is hold up your hand and he'll bring you one. We're glad you're here this morning. If you fill out the form on the front of the packet and take it to our bookstore down the hall, they have a present for you. And you gave us a present with your presence this morning. So thank you all for being here. And we have a special Unity blessing that we like to use to bless people who are here for the first time. Together we say, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the light of Christ shining as you. Now you folks that are part of our community, I'm going to call on you, I'm calling you this morning to go up to somebody you don't know and say hello to them. Yes? So we're all about connection and love and oneness here. And with that in mind, let's bring our children in, our little lights.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine.
We have a special, come on in, give them a little music here. So we have a special blessing for our children. Together we say, we love you.
God loves you and accepts you just the way you are. And I love you and accept you just the way you are. I see the Christ in you.
Now we receive their blessing.
God loves you and accepts you just the way you are. And I love you and accept you just the way you are. I see the Christ in you.
So remember, we have a lot of food next door. We want to thank Becky and her crew for putting that together for us. Give them a hand, please. Everybody is welcome. We got a nice chocolate cake that says Kyle Shiver's name on it. And we're going to have a party and a concert at 1:30. So let's all stand now and join hands and sing our closing song.
On earth and let me there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With earth as our mother, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is.